Hello and welcome to my stream. Tonight we play more of RollerCoaster Tycoon Deluxe, and hopefully the computer is a little bit better than last time because we have been dealing with some problems in here, especially regarding its CPU, but now it changed to its disk. But looking at my task manager right now, it seems to be okay. Although I'm noticing that there are moments that my computer gets super slow, and then I need to give it time to slow down, or I need to give time for it to breathe or something. But of course, this next week, I will keep on trying to investigate what could be the problems or the reasons why it's been this bad lately. But there was a very good win on my side this week because I was able to run a scan on it that really changed things up regarding its CPU. Right now, its CPU is at 68%, which is not bad considering how high it used to be before. But yes, so I need to say like I'm sorry for all of this trouble regarding my PC. Hopefully it won't give us a lot of trouble today either. I'm also hoping that I don't need to like open many websites at some point or even people reading the alerts. Hopefully they won't make my computer extra slow. We'll need to see how the computer is going to react to that because I haven't changed them yet. In case it keeps on looking bad, then I may take some actions on some alerts, especially the newest ones, which were the stickers. Because the sound alerts, I think they are fine. We were only using the stickers in the past. I mean, the sound alerts. We were only using the sound alerts in the past and then the computer was handling them well. So I believe they may not be the problem. I also don't think the stickers are the problem, but just to keep on testing things out, I could consider removing them because it was like a coincidence. At the week that I started it, it happened, right? So I have that on my mind. But let's see, right now it's looking good, so I hope it keeps looking like that or we don't get many trouble. But speaking about the game, last weekend we were still working on Dusty Desert, which was a very challenging level, but not the worst. It was very challenging because we do need to build 5 coasters in there, and then they need to have at least 7 points of excitement. And we managed to build 2 more coasters, which now makes a total of 3, right? We have built 3 out of 5 of those coasters. So today the plan is for us to finish it. Hopefully we can build the 2 remaining coasters. It is going to be a bit hard because like last weekend, the first coaster I built, I got it at my first time, and then the second one, it took me a lot of work, although now it's looking fantastic, right, Electro? I was really proud of its model and its design, even though I had to change all of its turns. But yeah, sometimes I get very lucky, sometimes I need to work on changes and keep on changing the coaster model until it finally gives it to me, right? So let's see how it goes, but yeah, thankfully the computer is looking okay, and please keep it like that. So hey Early, hey Victor, and also hey Electro, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys had a great week. How is it going? It's going okay, man. The end of May was not the best. I even had insomnia and anxiety here at my parents' last weekend. But it was gone, and then I also could work on the computer, and then now it's looking a little bit better, even though not at the best either. But I'm feeling that I'm on a recovery moment right now, so it's way better than how was the previous weeks. So I'm doing okay. I may be a little bit tired though, maybe a little bit lazy, but with the stream, hopefully I can also feel more awake and everything. But how about you? How are you guys doing? Let me open the level. Hopefully this won't make the computer to go crazy, but I think it won't. Okay, maybe it is going to make it slow a little bit, but after the level is open, I believe we'll be alright. It is getting hot in there early in Vermont? That's something hard for me to imagine actually, but I believe it's good news. Or aren't you not? Or are you not excited for the summer or the hot weather in there? I would guess you are. I also don't think it's getting too hot, is it? Because I really can't imagine it getting super hot in there. Okay, so Dusty Desert. Oh, by the way, Early, I need to tell you, I finally found Brazilian peanut butter, and I have been enjoying it a lot, even though it's not as great as the one you gifted me. But it does the job. Like, I can't say that I didn't like it. Some of my friends didn't like it, but I think they were like pushing it too hard. It is not that bad as they are saying. I may understand why they say it's a little bit bad, but it does taste like peanut and it is creamy, so it's been working well for me, especially because I can't find that anywhere else. So I was happy to find this one and give it a shot, and I may be buying it more as well. My father also liked it a lot. And you know something else that I have been trying? Cream cheese. Because I also don't remember trying cream cheese before. I got cream cheese too and it's good. Although there is a product here in Brazil that kinda has the same function or something close to that, which is like a spread for you to use on bread that's cheese made, that I prefer over cream cheese. But I finally had the chance to taste it and it is very good too. So Electro has made some veggie fajitas today. Man, I still gotta need to try more of Mexican food. And this time, Electro, you were saying that you were the cook, right? Or was it your roommate? Because you have like a bunch of chefs in your place, right? You told me once that you had like two different roommates that knew how to cook. So tell me if this time it was you cooking. Oh, it's been like 30 degrees Celsius plus in there? Okay, that is a little bit hot, but I do hope you actually enjoy that weather. Like, maybe you can go outside with safety, of course, but like to enjoy some sunbathing or like going to a park or something. You don't mind the heat, but sometimes it gets really humid. Okay, the humidity sucks. I can agree with you on that. Yeah, cream cheese was alright. Yes, I finally found it too and then I tasted it. But there is this one product, like I was saying, that I prefer that we have here in Brazil because it is funny. Cream cheese has a lot of texture, you know. How can I say it? It is a bit rough. When you were spreading it on the bread, it felt a little bit rough, you know. Here in Brazil, we have a way more liquid and creamier product that it spreads better. I hope someday I can show that to you because I don't have it at my place right now. Oh, Electro did it? Just food for myself. But my housemate is making fried rice with spam. That's another thing I need to try, fried rice. I also don't remember ever trying it. We have some nice rivers around here to swim in though. Also use it to like going for hiking, right? I wonder if this weather could be good for you to hike as well, or either hiking or rock climbing. Today I had a good lunch. I had to order it though. Um, I'm not sure if you guys have a word for this in English, but what I had today was like, I mean, one of the things I had, right? It was like mashed beans. Is there a word for that? Or have you ever tried mashed beans before? That's not even close to the word we have in Portuguese, but I'm trying to describe what it is by how it's made. It's pretty much mashed black beans. And I had that with some veggies, rice, um, farofa, and vinaigrette sauce, and also grilled sausage. Yeah, grilled sausage with onions. But like mashed beans. Have you ever had that before? Wait, what, Victor? You held a fox today? It was super cool. Let me tell you something, Victor. I don't know if you heard of a game called GeoGuessr. Have you guys ever heard of GeoGuessr? GeoGuessr is actually very fun, at least from the people that I have been watching playing it. And then I'm trying to help them to like solve the country or the location we are in the world. I love when they have Sweden in GeoGuessr because I kind of have a good intuition to guess it's Sweden, you know? So it's funny when like I see the place, the location, and then I'm like, this looks like Sweden, you know? I think it's because of the weather in Sweden. I think it's such a specific weather, like especially when it's during the day. I don't know. I can't explain why, but when I see a picture of a sunny day in Sweden, it is easy for me to guess it's Sweden, you know? There is something special in there that makes it a bit different, for my eyes at least. So I have been checking those people playing GeoGuessr, and then I'm like, okay, this looks like Sweden and other countries too, right? I even heard of a location in the world that I doubt any of you uh, will know it, but you should Google it and look deeper on it. Also, hey Ultras, how are you, man? I'm talking about the island of Socotra. Yes, Socotra. Have you guys ever heard of Socotra? I have never heard of it before, and I was mind blown by the pictures of that place. It looks like another planet in Earth. It is with a very crazy and specific uh, sort of plants in there. The plants in there look very weird and unique, and it's also very isolated. We couldn't see a lot of towns and cities. It is very remote, but definitely look on Google pictures of Socotra. And to be honest, I was even joking with the people I was playing GeoGuessr that we should like make a trip to that place. You know, let's go there because it looks amazing. Let's visit Socotra and be the few people in the world that are interested in checking out that place because it looked like a lost paradise and a very different location, especially because of its plants. So let me read the chat now, catch up with everything. Yeah, there are some good hikes in there, right, man? I hope you can go to one. But Victor, how was this fox experience? Like, did you find it in the wild? Have you been to a zoo? How did you encounter it? Like, how was it? There is. It's called refried beans. Refried beans. There are beans that have been like mashed up and maybe cooked with onions and spices. If you search refried beans, it might be the same. Let me do that. You literally just 5 minutes ago saw that a streamer suggested to you that he was playing GeoGuessr. GeoGuessr is very fun. It is hard, of course, but you know what? There are some people out there that are experts in that game. Like, they can tell which country it is by either looking at some things that are located at roads. For example, there are, how are they called again? I can't remember, but there are some tiny poles that they get stuck uh, along a road or like next to a road, and they are different colored depending on the country, and then people are like, oh, it's looking black and white, so it's this country. I'm like, what the heck? But yeah, some people are experts and professionals, but for casual players like me, it is very hard, but it's quite fun. It is surprisingly fun, and of course very rewarding when you spot the country correctly or the city correctly. GeoGuessr is very fun, man. You should look that up. So it was a baby fox. Let me just Google it in here before I forget, and then I'll keep on reading. But yeah, guys, look up for Socotra, the Socotra Island. Such an unique place. Refried beans. Okay, I think it is the same thing, yeah. But I had black beans, refried beans. The pictures I'm seeing, they look more of a different type of beans, right? Maybe pinto beans? Yeah, this looks a lot like what I had today. What about you, Ultras? What did you have for lunch? So it was a baby fox, but yeah, how did you find it? Only a few weeks old. There is something special about nice weather or nice summer weather in Sweden. I don't know, I think it's the colors. I really can't describe what makes it to look like Swedish, like the pictures, or what I see in the pictures that make me think it's Sweden. But I think it is the colors, like the blue of the sky or something. Not only the colors of the sky, but also the trees and the forests, and sometimes the houses as well. But I agree that there is something special about the summer weather in there. I have never been to it, but I can feel it from the pictures. It was found severely dehydrated near a street a couple of days ago, and then its mother had gotten. Oh my god. Man, I'm so sorry to hear those news. I was here like super happy. Now it turned out to be a dark story. But thankfully the baby is now safe, right? But I'm now like, what are you guys going to do? Are you going to keep it as a pet? Isn't it forbidden or something? You need to go after the zoo, right? Oh, Ultras had a club sandwich. By the way, what the heck is going on in here? I'm getting a lot of people are getting lost. Where? Underground? Okay, figuring this out now is going to be hard. Are they getting lost because of this path right here? But then how am I going to save them? Honestly, I'm almost blocking that entrance so we don't get the notifications. I will check your picture, Ultras, but I'm really concerned about my computer, even though I did work on some fixes in here. So let's see if it's going to make my computer worse or not. Hopefully not. But let's see Ultra's club sandwich with fries. Okay, maybe it is okay. Okay, there we go. I got the picture, man. So you had like lettuce, cheese. Is it cheddar cheese? It looks like cheddar, right? Then tomatoes, I'm guessing. And I can't say which ham is that. And then there is one in here with meat, actually. Is that meat? And then onions. And probably bacon, right? Oh no, maybe that's chicken actually. Yeah, it is chicken. Yeah, bacon, chicken, cheddar cheese, some leaves, I believe it's lettuce. Then there is some ham in there that I'm guessing it's bacon, or maybe it's actually just ham as well. But as always, it's looking fantastic because you are not only a chef and a cook, but also you are a freaking photographer. Because your pictures are delicious, or they look delicious. You don't think that tunnel connects? Yeah, it is just going to the coaster, but then I don't know where else to connect it to any other path, you know? It only gets there and then that's it, but where should I connect it to? Like, I don't have an idea. Maybe, wait, maybe there? Wait, maybe we can make a connection to this other path. I will try doing that. Yeah, maybe that's why they are getting lost, right? They wanna go to this path, but they can't. Let's see if this fixes it. Show me the heights. That's number 7, that's number what? Is it 2? I just saved this mechanic before he fell in a pit of doom. Okay, now they're both on 7, right? What? I can't really see it, but I think it worked. Yes, it worked, right? They are going there. Okay, I think I did it. Even though I couldn't see it very well. Yeah, now people are getting to this other path right here. Let's give it some time and see if it's going to change it. It was a Marby cheddar? Oh, marble. Marble cheddar. Honestly, I still gotta try the American cheddar cheese, but the ones we have here in Brazil, I don't like them that much. It's definitely not my favorite cheese. So I can sort of understand what you mean with the blue sky and the contrast with the green trees. The baby is doing well. It's not going to be kept as a pet. Yes, I think it's forbidden or it's not allowed. Yes, that is very much not allowed, right? Be sure to take some good pictures of that baby fox though. My mom actually nursed a baby bird back to normally energy a few days ago and the animal folks came to pick it up. Is it very common or even legal in there in your countries to keep a bird? Because here in Brazil, even though I don't think it is that legal, many people have pets and cockatoos and some other birds, you know. Even a friend of mine told me recently that he got a cockatoo. But then I was like, is this even legal? It wasn't well, but she took it inside and gave it a little water and dampened a syringe to drip it on, or to drip on it. It eventually hopped up and around again. Yeah, it's kind of common for birds to, I don't know, enter a house and then get lost in there, or even injured, right? There were situations where birds got inside my house as well, or this house. Yeah, because nobody was coming out. They are still lost though. So that was not the fix. That's the plan with this fox, although most authorities around here would just straight up. What? Okay, that no, 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 Victor. That can't be, man. So chicken, bacon, lettuce, onion, tomatoes. And honey mustard. I did not notice the honey mustard. You gotta make sure it looks good for when strangers on the internet validate your meals for you. It does look great, man. Imagine if it gets to like some of your customers or people that have eaten your food or maybe food critics, and then they're like, "Oh, this is Ultra's dishes, right? I need to inspect it by how it looks." Yeah, it does look fantastic, man. Maybe you think that we all of us in here are like professionals, critics. We kind of are, right? Let's say we are because we do talk a lot of food, so I think that's professionalism, isn't it? So yeah, you may be like, they are going to judge my food, so I'm gonna give them the best picture I can. They will give me 5 stars at the end. Also, hey X5, how are you, man? Pet birds are common. So I used to think they were not allowed in here. Or maybe not every bird, of course not every bird, but even common birds like parrots and cockatoos, I would still guess they were something forbidden for people to keep them as a pet, you know. But there are people that have them. Also canaries and yeah, I could only remember those three birds right now: canaries, parrots, and cockatoos. Not to consider like chickens, right, or like other different birds. That come on, chickens are allowed, or ducks or geese. The food court near the entrance is causing a pathfinding infinite loop. Wait. So you think they're getting lost because of the food court at the entrance? This one. I mean, it is a little bit convoluted, I admit it, but We only had this problem after we worked on the underground. But if I need to change something in here, I can change this. Yeah, I know people are getting lost. I'm actually a bit surprised. I can get rid of that. Then I can make this connection again. I can also get rid of this. And that right there as well, right? And here. But I don't think this is going to do it. Man, now my computer is looking great, by the way. Like I was saying in the beginning, I noticed that I need to give it time to breathe. So now that we are streaming for like 30 minutes, the computer settled down. So now its disk is like at 7%. That's what makes it look very weird. Sometimes it gets to 100 and then minutes later it drops to almost zero. Like the picture I sent on Discord showing the task manager of my computer after I finished scanning it. It's been weird like that. Let me go back to the chat. But I still couldn't figure this chaos of people getting lost. Yeah, it's every time I need to do something different on my stream or like something different on my computer that it kinda goes to a peak of 100, but then after some time it goes down to a lower number again. For example, now I need to go from my stream to my chat, and then I need to open my task manager again because RollerCoaster Tycoon gets my cursor is stuck in the game, and the only way I found to like go and move my cursor to the chat is when I open my task manager again. So when I'm doing that, my disk goes high, but then now it's lower again. Alright, so let me go back in here. Or place food and drinks near the entrance. Do you want me to change them, like change the locations of them? That's why you don't do food courts, huh? I see, I see. They were right straight at the entrance, that's true. Also, in other animal-related news, my cat gave birth to 5 little kittens almost 2 weeks ago. So I have been also taking care or helping to take care of the kittens. They are super cute. Do you guys have plans? Like, are you keeping them? Probably not, right? I imagine that would be a lot of kittens or cats to take care of. But I do hope you guys can find an answer to what you're doing with them. Pet birds are common, but people don't like to catch birds to keep. I mean, only some people, right? Like this friend of mine that has the parrot and the cockatoo. It's not too uncommon to have birds as pets in there, although it's not the same kind of birds you would find in the wild in there, that's true. As a kid I found an unconscious bird in the freaking basement, no idea how it got there. A professional critic, technically speaking, means that we would need to get paid to do it. Yeah, I was just joking. X5 is doing good, there we go. He has been playing some Dead by the Daylight with his girlfriend and some friends. How's the RollerCoaster Tycoon going? It's going well, especially considering the problems we had with our computer last weekend. Or actually 2 weeks ago, right? Because last weekend I was not streaming because I was fixing my computer. But last time, I'm still like observing it, and I know it's not perfect, but yeah, it's looking much better. And this level is at its half done right now. Like we were able to get to half, or actually a little bit more than half of its objective, but we still haven't tried to work on the rest of it. So after we deal with this crazy amount of people getting lost, we will give it a shot and see if we can beat it without many problems. But so far the level has been okay. The park rating is better now? It is, but people are still freaking getting lost. One side of the pathfinding loop is the suspended coaster entrance. This one? No, this is the vertical. Do you mean one of the coasters underground, or is it this one? This is also the inverted. Also, hi Pilot, how are you, man? So maybe connect it all the way to the stone path. Let me see. First I need to find the suspended coaster. Oh, they don't tell me which model they are. Oh, those are the ones that I need to work still, right? This was not it. This one was vertical. This is the steel mini. This is the corkscrew, right? Yes, I don't think it is this one either. Is it the number 8? No, this is the mine train coaster. Which one is the suspended coaster? Maybe one of the vertical? Yeah, probably it's one of the verticals, right? Ultras started to meow in there. I'm unsure how I feel at Ultras as a cat. How's Oliver? Do you have pets, Pilot? If Pilot had a pet, I would guess he would have a dog. Pilot looks like a dog person. You guys can't keep them? I'm not surprised. It's very hard for people to keep kittens after their cats give birth, right? And you already have 4 grown-up cats. Okay, that even adds it up. You're actually going to grind some Contra. Good luck, Ultras. You need to do something. So you're going to hop off in a bit. That's okay. And if you're still on, when I finish, I'll come back by again. Alright, man, that sounds good. It is one of the... Okay, it's one of the inverted then. So this was the vertical. Which one is the inverter though? Could it be this one? This is the one, right? Loose laces? Oh, this path right here. So you're suggesting me to do it how? Alright, some sirens are outside. You can see guests walking back and forth across that path. Oh, I think you're right. Okay, let me change that. Maybe because it's very close to the underground entrance and also the food court. Is that better? Oh, you don't have any pets? Me neither, man. I mean, my family has the pets. My sister has a pug, and my parents right here have Yorkshire. But I really can't connect that much to animals, you know. Maybe a little bit because of my personality, maybe a little bit because of my childhood. But yes, I never really cared that much for having a pet. It is a lot of responsibility as well, yeah. But your fiance has a hamster. Interesting pick, but that's basically her pet. I would guess a hamster is easier to take care of, right? It's better if the entrance path goes all the way to the main path. But then I believe people will get... No, never mind, it is having a good flow of people, right? They won't be like waiting forever in line. But this is looking okay. And should we reopen the underground path now? Do you think we should do that? Like this one? Yeah, now I think we did it. Thank you so much, Electro. I think I would never guess that was the problem. But then maybe the problem was also regarding the underground path. Long lines are fine for coasters. I mean, yes and no, because sometimes, actually not sometimes, many times, I only give them a single train, right? Because I'm scared of them crashing. So if they only have a single train, that could be a lot of time for people to be waiting for the coaster time. But yeah, it depends on how long is the coaster, or like how fast can the single train return to the station. No, people are still lost. Oh, now they're lost in there, but we could do something for sure, like less people are getting lost. Do you think that if I expand the paths, it could make it better? For example, if I added paths there and make it more squared, or do you think it could be worse? But honestly, this is good to me. I got the notification of that person getting lost, but it was just that person. Considering how it was 5 minutes ago with like everybody getting lost, I could leave it like this and go work on the coasters instead of keep on fixing this up. Yeah, I'm just concerned because my coasters normally only have a single train. Indeed, it looks fine now, right? So let's move on and go work on the coasters, which are the objective for tonight. It makes it worse. Does it make it worse also in the sequel? Because maybe they fixed that in the sequel, haven't they? By the way, what are you doing there, handyman? But yes, thankfully the computer is alright at least. So guys, we have those two coasters. And do you want to pick which coaster should we start working on first? We could go for the steel coaster or the wooden coaster. The red one, sure. That brought us luck last time. I think it was Gabrielle, either Gabrielle or Subaru, that picked that red coaster, and then we built it at first try. So hopefully we can keep the luck of the red coasters. Although Electro is voting for the wooden coaster. So I'm going to test this polling here to see if my computer will react alright for it. Since we are also getting different opinions or votes in the chat. But I'm guessing it's going to be okay, right? Yeah, so far it's okay. So let me create it. Pilot, I also have something to ask you to test for me, please, because you are a sub. I want you to use one of the stickers so we can see how my computer is going to react to them today. And I did it. I started the poll right there. It has 3 minutes. So please give your vote. If we should start working on the wooden coaster, the white one, or the steel coaster, the red coaster. Wait, those are the emotes, Pilot. Haven't you heard about the stickers? Maybe you were not here when I told everybody about the stickers. The stickers are like an extension of Twitch that I have been testing out recently, or actually we only tested it one weekend. You have no idea? Okay, so you know at least about the sound alerts, right? That people can redeem with the channel points now, the yours. So after testing that extension, that Twitch extension, I also heard about the stickers extension. And that Twitch stickers extension, it's located on the description of the channel. And the only ways people have to redeem those stickers are either by using bits or by being a subscriber to the channel. That was like the way that I'm asking for you to test it out. As a subscriber, you now can use a couple stickers in there for free. I think there are 12 in total. But after we were testing those stickers, in the weekend that I was starting to have them as a feature in here, my computer got very slow. And I'm not sure if it was coincidental, I think it was coincidental, or if they were the reason why my computer got super slow. So now that I worked on changes and things on my computer, I want to see if my computer can handle the stickers well without getting worse. I think mobile makes it easier to use the extensions. I'm not sure because I normally don't check on them on mobile. Because there is a button with the chat. Okay, maybe if you are on mobile, Pilot, that can be better. But if you are on a browser, it's on the description of the channel. It's one of the widgets in there. The Twitch stickers. And I also think you need to give permission to the extension or something before you can actually use them, because some people were like, but it's not allowing me to use the sticker even though I'm a sub. It seems that you gotta say something in there to give it permission for you to use the the extension, right? Exactly. You see, people were having that trouble. It's because of something that you gotta like give permission to it. I don't know exactly how can you do it, but there is something there that you gotta give permission to it. Yeah, people had that problem as well last time, but it's something with an answer. It's something with a fix. And we got 2 votes for the red coaster. Okay, so we are going... It's okay, in my opinion. There we go, pilots. Thank you so much, man. It is okay. My computer got a little bit of a peak, but it was very fast. Now it's at 8%, the disk. The CPU is a bit high, but it's okay as well. It's at 82. We good, I believe. So we can keep the stickers, and it's definitely not them now. I don't think it is them, or they are the reason for why my computer got bad. But yes, Pilot, now you can use those stickers as long as you are a sub. And if you want to test them out, feel free to give it a shot. And I'm kind of happy that the one you chose the first was the one with the delicious soundtrack of Chrono Cross. Because you do love that game, and me too. Sometimes you have to make the bot a moderator. Oh yeah, but this time the bot's not a moderator, that's true. Not this one, but the one for the sound alerts, I think he is. But it is working, there we go. So you guys voted for the red coaster, which is the steel coaster, right? And just to give a final impression of those stickers talk, or on this sticker talk, I said in the last stream that I would be making them longer or trying to fix some of the sizes of some stickers. I haven't had the chance or the time to do that yet. I will see if I can work on those changes this next week now that my computer is a little bit back to normal, right? Because I know that some of them are with a weird size. Maybe I can increase their size a little bit more. And I can also see if I can make the sound or the song that plays together with the sticker longer as well. I need to see how long can I make them. What? Wait, what is this? People can't leave the coaster? Roller coaster 5. Which one is 5? This one. Wait, give me my own. There we go. Oh yeah! It doesn't have an entrance. How the heck did we leave that like that? But man, this level's underground is the worst. I'm already lost. Where is the entrance again? There, right? Okay, I found it. So turn left. And it's not connecting. Go lower maybe. No, show me the levels. That's... Wait. Was that it? Okay, the handyman just got to the entrance, we did it. And then let's go back to what matters in here, which is the red coaster that we gotta work on. Oh yeah, by the way, Electro, I was saying that I have seen some people playing GeoGuessr. I also have seen a Brazilian playing, or not really playing, but that Brazilian knew the game or plays the game. I I have found a Brazilian that plays Kerbal. Kerbal Space Program, or Program maybe? Yeah, Kerbal Space Program. It was like a first time I have seen somebody that plays that game, especially here in Brazil. And then when I heard that, I was like, oh, I know a friend that plays it too. Like there are people there is a community of that game out there. But I was in shock. Like I was not expecting that person to play that game. It is a very complicated game actually. It has a bunch of real physics, which reminds me of the video that I was watching this week that Gabriel sent me on Discord. That was a RollerCoaster Tycoon documentary of sorts. I would also recommend you that video, Electro. He posted it on the Clips and Videos channel, if I'm not mistaken. And in that video, people were talking about a little bit of the communities of RollerCoaster Tycoon, but also about Chris Sawyer and the evolution of the games and how everything started with Transport Tycoon and then evolved into RollerCoaster Tycoon and everything. But they said something that made a lot of sense to me, which was that today, this market of like uh, park or theme park games, this market is trying to find a game that pleases everybody again after many failed attempts, especially that started after Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, when the formula kinda, did not work that well for a 3D model, and then they tried releasing a lot of games with it with their problems that the community did not like that much. And then today we got two games that got some importance, and then people have been enjoying them and finding love to those games again, which were Planet Coaster and also Parkitect. And then finally I could see a little bit more of Parkitect. I still haven't seen the playthrough or how the game really looks like. It looks amazing, to be honest. And the reason why those two games are today being very good is because RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 uh, was like good to some people but bad to some others. But this Planet Coaster feels like a spiritual successor to RollerCoaster Tycoon 3, while Parkitect has been feeling like a spiritual successor to the original roller coaster, or Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2, right? So that was a very good comparison. Like, I can see what they were saying, and I could understand why they were comparing those games like that. Even though the franchise itself, like Roller Coaster Tycoon itself, could not give the fans the same nostalgia, the same charm as when they started the Roller Coaster Tycoon games. They couldn't keep it up pretty much. And then those two games are kind of finding answers or ways to give the fans or the community that love again or that connection again. And because of like one being the spiritual successor of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 and the other one being the spiritual successor of the two original games. And that made me really want to play those two games now, especially Parkitect. Oh, you saw that documentary? I was also surprised that people crowdfunded it, right? People chose them to talk about Roller Coaster Tycoon, like to make a whole study on Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's not one of those games that would imagine that people would like be asking for, let's say, a somewhat big YouTuber to like give us a full video on Roller Coaster Tycoon. I would imagine other games like Zelda, Mario, Sonic, and then suddenly Roller Coaster Tycoon. So sure, let's freaking go. And another thing they surprised me when they were talking about the game in there was that there are a good amount of people, new players, trying the game. Normally would expect that those that played this game today are like OG players and people that feel nostalgic towards the game, and I don't know, they grew up playing this game or something. But no, they actually told me that there are a lot of newcomers, like a lot of people that are young people, or maybe not even young people. It can be an old person, but like the person skipped through his or her life or through their whole life and never touched this game or played this game, and now they're giving it a shot because it has some charm, or it's kind of eternal. Like this game is like a game that doesn't really age that much, or at least it ages well, you know. Especially with the Open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, that has so many new features that they even said that those that play Open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, they can't go back to the original because the shock is huge. So maybe it's a good thing that I'm still playing the original before starting Open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. But yeah, they said that there are not only the OG fans, but also this good amount of newcomers, new players, and people that are discovering this game for the first time. You'll think that Planet Coaster and Parkitect are both popular because they have different styles of building, but both pretty in-depth. Parkitect is also very in-depth, because Planet Coaster, yes, Planet Coaster seems to be a very complicated game for you to, I don't know, even build a coaster or do the basics, you know? But you don't think it is that different? The issue coming back are the many small differences that are less convenient. Yeah, but it's like a big pack of small details and small differences, don't you think? For example, speeding up the game, the lighting and the graphics, because also it is in HD. Open RCT2 is in HD, right? It kinda sharpens the game so well that people would not really consider that much to go back to the previous game. Not to mention the multiplayer you told me once, right? You can even build parks with another person. Oh yeah, like individually deleting trees. Wait, you bought Perfect Dark, man? Were you here when I learned that Perfect Dark is one of the games that you can beat without killing a single enemy? I was very surprised by that. I hope you try that challenge one day, Victor, after you play it for your first time. Try beating Perfect Dark without killing a single enemy. It's one of the games that you can go on a pacifist mode. It has the same resolution graphics? I thought it was better, like, I thought it had HD or something. Oh, maybe that's why. The difference is that it supports 1080p screens, which makes things look zoomed out. Yes, I was watching a video of like games you can beat without killing a single enemy. Perfect Dark was there, so do that. The reason why it's possible is because you can disarm the other enemies, right? Or the other people. So if you are a good person to disarm them, or maybe if you do a good stealthy action, you can probably beat the game without killing someone. I mean, maybe now I can't remember if they were even considering boss fights because sometimes bosses you gotta really defeat the boss. But it made me feel that even bosses. But I could be wrong on that part. Also, hey Subaru, how are you, man? Pacifist runs are wacky. Do you mean uh, that they can be very hard or like they are very crazy? I don't know if you're using the word wacky in a good way or bad way. No, you can't. Some of the missions require certain people to get killed. So maybe they are the bosses? But I swear I saw that name, that title in the video. I'm doing alright, man. I'm happy that the computer, even though it's still having its or some trouble, I'm happy it's looking better now. Hopefully tomorrow for Digimon it's also going to be like this. But it gave me a lot of work. Like I had to leave it scanning for a week. I started on Monday, and it was still not over up to the next Monday. And I gotta tell you, when the is scanning kind of stopped, they only showed me like that. It seems that they scanned through 47% of the computer. So I was like, wait, is this not 100%? But still, I decided to restart the computer, and then I could already see that the CPU went down to like a lot. So I felt like, okay, this worked. But I don't know why they stopped the scanning before reaching an 100% number. I'm not sure, I was a bit confused. But as they stopped it automatically, I was like, okay, I'm not going to restart this again. You saw a video about playing Skyrim as a pacifist, like by using spells to make enemies to kill each other. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Skyrim has a lot of mods, right? I wonder if you can do that in the main game or if you gotta use a mod for that. Oh, they are not bosses. In one of the missions, you rescue the president of the US, and there is two of them, and you need to get rid of the fake one and save the real one. Huh. Okay, so you do must like kill somebody in there. You know what, Victor? After the stream, I will go back to that video. I can easily Google it on YouTube or something. And then I will see what they say in there. And then I will probably tomorrow or even on Discord or something, I can try messaging you and tell you what exactly they considered for listing it in that list. Because now I can't remember. But Victor enjoyed the game because people say it's the spiritual successor to 007 and it's even sometimes better than it. And also I'm curious, did you pay a lot for it or could you buy it for a good price? Okay, so we gotta first give us some height in here. Maybe that's good enough in my opinion. Sabri is saying that probably it kind of had some sort of bug, or like it stopped working in the middle of the scanning and it was trying to recover it, it couldn't get it, and then it gave up on it. I don't know, but in the end what matters is that my computer is a bit fast now. You think this might be too high up? Yeah, I felt that I was going a little bit too high as well. Anyway, it's a fun game. It's sort of a sci-fi version of GoldenEye with improvements to the gameplay. Hi Rion, how are you, man? Camera is back? It is. Look at this. Okay, maybe this will make my computer a little bit worse, but I will make it because Rion is talking about it. So give me a second here. Yeah, like I was saying, when I'm making changes, the computer gets a little bit worrisome. Wait, suddenly Electro is giving me an applause. Like, what was that for, man? But thank you. Okay, I may give up on this because my... Oh, wait a second, I know why this is not working. Give me a second, it's because I need to get the cursor out of RollerCoaster Tycoon. Okay, okay, I will not give up on doing this already. Alright, can I do it now? Yeah, you see, this is why I still need to work on my computer, because when I'm doing some changes in here, my computer gets crazy overloaded with its disk now. Maybe I can do it. There we go, Rian. We have full cam as well. And this cam has been pretty good, even though I hated its inbuilt mic. But we don't need to use that one, I can still use the previous mic that has been with me forever. But yeah, this new cam is way better than the previous one. So now let me go back. There we go. And back to the game. Okay, now the computer is good again. But how are you, man? I would do 24. Let's stop in there then. It's been hot and rainy there. I wonder if it's because of summer. In here it's been sunny but not too hot in my opinion. Wait, today it was a storm? You had a storm in there? How bad are the storms there? Because I'm imagining that even though there is like lots of lightning and lots of rain, I'm imagining the cities are alright, like they won't get flooded or something. Or situations like that could happen. Hopefully not. In here, some storms, especially some summer storms, especially during March, they can really make things horrible for some cities like this hometown that I'm in right now, and also Rio. In the coming days, it's going to be 20 degrees Celsius at night for 4 days. It's so funny that that temperature to me is like every day, or not even every day, of course, but like that's it's starting to be chilly to me. So to me, it's not too bad, you know. But for you, it could be like very hot. So sometimes there is flooding. It had flooding last year, or maybe the year before that. The army was dispatched to put sandbags all over the place. That's actually interesting to know because sometimes we, at least I think that like, oh, Brazil has lots of problems, and then the natural disaster we have in here is like the heavy storms that it floods lots of cities. So it's interesting to know that other countries also have that problem happening in them. Normally, I would guess that it only happens in here and not necessarily in Canada, for example. Because I would guess that in there you guys would have other issues, maybe earthquakes, maybe uh, snowstorms more than rainstorms. But yes, I hope that this one storm you are going through right now is fine. It won't get too bad. But 20 degrees Celsius is usually like during the day when we're outside, but 20 degrees Celsius inside the house would be crazy. Especially because in some houses you guys don't have like air conditioners or things like that, right? One place I went to was over 30 degrees Celsius at night. Okay, Electro, that's very hot. And I hate when it's that on that temperature during the night. Yes, it sucks. It is horrible for you to sleep. It won't flood the whole city. Yeah, probably some neighborhoods or some valleys as well. It is currently 26.5 degrees in your room. Okay, Electro, please turn on a fan in there, man. Dude. But more like the edges of water. Oh, that's true as well. The rivers, right? They can like start to flood, and then that water gets to the roads and then to some houses nearby. That happens in here as well. And also when the ocean gets crazy. I don't know if you guys have a word for that in English, but during some storms, the ocean waters can get aggressive. And then they start kind of invading the city or like the houses that are by the seashore. We have a word for that in Portuguese. I'm not sure if for that aggressiveness of the ocean you guys have an English word. It's funny that the word we use for that is the same. It's the same word that we have for a hangover. Yeah, in Portuguese, the word for hangover is the same word for when the ocean gets aggressive. Maybe there is a connection in there? So houses by the water will be flooded. Yeah. Sometimes, especially in Rio that has lots of mountains, when we have a heavy storm like that, houses that are close to mountains, they can kind of demolish and like they can kind of go downhill. So tragedies like that happen from day to day here as well. So also during the day it will be 30 degrees Celsius or more for the next 4 days. I hope you can find something to do outside uh, that keeps you distracted from the heat, you know? I don't know, maybe going to a park or going to the beach. For example, it is hot, but like find a way to get the most out of it, you know, instead of like, I don't know, getting stuck at home and then uh, not doing something fun. But of course, in case you are going out, then do it with safety. But you know, try to do something to enjoy that weather that is something more rare, in my opinion, to happen in there. For example, when there is a sunny day here, I tell my dad to like, let's go walk by the beach so I can get my vitamin D, and then we do that. Maybe choppy? Wait, choppy could be a word for that? Choppy to me is like a computer term or a word. Oh, your city is an island. But no, I don't think we have that. Yes, I don't think there is a word for that in English. I haven't heard. The word is ressaca. Let me write it down. Ressaca, like that. That's hangover in Portuguese, but also when the ocean gets super aggressive and starts to take back what has belonged to it in the past. Because you know when you what is the word in English now for this? Um, you know when the humans when humans kind of built their houses or built things over the ocean, and then they kind of get some space off the ocean. With the ocean flows and seasons and different um, tides and different tides of the ocean, and when it gets aggressive like this during a storm, it kind of reaches to the original areas where there used to be ocean waters. So basically, even though the human interfered and changed the ocean area, sometimes it has the strength to get it back to them, you know? To like, humans, you are not going to get this area that used to be water. So then it kind of goes super aggressive and then destroys the roads, gets to houses. It is crazy. It happens a lot in my other city. It can happen here in my hometown as well. A riptide, maybe? Or an undertow? Okay, those words sound closer to the meaning I'm trying to describe. Yeah, they sound like they could meet the criteria. Or criteria, right? I'm going back on the chat again. That said, yeah, in Rio it gets a lot of tragedies regarding houses that were like in favelas, and then those houses they go down in case there is a heavy storm. Oh, you're going to have to drink a lot and maybe wear some shorts. Yeah, man, enjoy that weather. You know, since you are having a hot day, I don't know, do something to get the most out of it. Oh, I just realized that I totally forgot to answer your question whether I got the game. Oh yeah, how was it? It wasn't ridiculously cheap, but it certainly wasn't expensive either. That's okay, at least you could get some sort of good deal going on, right? And I hope you can find Mario Party 3 someday. I was even watching a. I didn't know that was a thing actually, but I was watching a mod or like a hack of Mario Party 3 that this group of YouTubers, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Runaway guys. Hopefully you have because they are fantastic. This group of YouTubers, they were doing their annual or yearly celebration of like, let's all meet together and play lots of friends and make a lot of streams and, you know, make some specials going on, and then it goes for a whole month or something. And in one of their special streams they were playing a hack Mario Party 3 that was pretty much with memes and jokes and even images and pictures of their community. So like the board game was looking like full of drawings of the people that are part of the Runaway guys, and some of the places where you could land, or some of the, yeah, right, I can't say the name for that. Some of the locations you step or like you stop in the game, they had like special messages with like funny memes or funny moments of the history of them. So it was very interesting to see a modded version of Mario Party 3, which is my favorite Mario Party, by the way. And speaking of Mario Party, there are some rumors of like a possible new Mario Party going to be released or announced in the near future. Who knows, maybe even on E3. Because now that Nintendo saw that, or tested that the online feature for Mario Party they already have for the Switch has been working well and has been very popular, I can imagine or I can see them working on a new title for the franchise. And even Mario Kart. Some people are even thinking they can give us a new Mario Kart game, Mario Kart 9. That red-headed woman from Perfect Dark Zero really stands out to you in memory. You never played it though. I also have never played Perfect Dark, but I used to have fun with the multiplayer of GoldenEye 007. Which of the Mario parties has the snow hill, where you have to roll snowballs and roll them into your opponent's Mario Party 3? Yes, that's a mini game of Mario Party 3, indeed. They played that on this video that I was describing. I do love Mario Party 3 so much. I found Mario Party 3 the other day, but it was way too expensive. This Mario Party 3 listing on eBay seems sketchy. Mario Party 3 Nintendo 64 2001 100% authentic. They, here in Brazil at least, it's super popular for people to say things like that this is 100% original, or this is 100% authentic, mostly for shoes and sneakers. Yeah, if you wanna buy some Nikes or something, and then you are like looking for the models on some eBay or some other websites, you see a lot of that. Like, this is 100% original Nikes, or like, this is 100% original something. Yeah, so now it's expanding to the game world as well. That was your favorite minigame of all of the Mario Parties? That's a good question. Do I have a favorite minigame? I have one that I think it's super fun, but I couldn't say if it's my favorite. Also because I'm kind of bad at it. But it's also from Mario Party 3. It's one of those Simon Says minigames, you know? You gotta pay attention to the character and what they're doing. In this one minigame, it's a shy guy playing bongos, and then depending on which bongos they play, you gotta copy the music, right? I like it so much because it's so fun. I love the music even. And then you play the bongos. Boom, 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 boom. Bum 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 bum. Man, I wish I was playing Mario Party right now. I love that game. I also wish I could remember the name of that one minigame, but it's the bongo game with the Shy Guys, and it's like all about Simon Says. But what's catch is that it's listed at $16, but all of the orders or all of the others are $77 Canadian or Canadian dollars. And didn't you see or couldn't you find differences, for example, if it has the original box or the state of the cartridge? Sometimes if it has the box or if it is like completely a new cartridge, then it of course values more. Does it really look like the others? 100%? 100% authentic like the others? Doesn't sound suspicious at all. Also, that's a good question. Do you guys keep the boxes of your games? I do have the boxes of my 3DS games, but I wish I still had the box of my old Pokemon Crystal cartridge. I don't have that box anymore. You also like the minigame where you have to blow up the Bowser balloons. No, I can't remember that one. I remember the one that's called Pipe Cleaners, and then there are like 4 pipes, and then you stand in the middle, and then Bowser Jr. or Baby Bowser will be showing up in one of those 4 pipes, and then you need to hit him with a hammer, like the mole game. And then you need to like jump and hit him in the upper right and then upper left, or down right, down left. And yes, I remember that one that's called Pipe Cleaners. The beat goes on! Yes, Rion, that's the name of the minigame I was saying. So I can't say for sure it's my favorite. Maybe it's not, but it's one of the minigames I like the most because it's super fun. And I always felt like it's kind of scared of it because there is that pressure of like, Alan, you gotta have good memory, or like, Alan, don't fail at this at round 1, you know, because otherwise we are going to mock on you. So every time that game was happening, I was like at my nerves because I gotta remember this Simon Says thing, or like people will judge me or something. So it was very remarkable because of that excitement of like, this is the time, you know, things got serious here. Listen to the Shy Guy and repeat what he's doing. So it is a remarkable minigame to me thanks to that. But of course sometimes it gets super hard and I fail. Neither had an original box. It only said 100% authentic. That makes it even more sketchy, right? If they could show you the box at least, then okay, he's telling the truth. I don't know about that. I still have a few boxes from back in the day, but most got lost with time. I wonder if you still have the ones from your Pokemon games, Victor. Because that's the box I wish I still had now. At least to my Pokemon Crystal cartridge. I only have my Pokemon Moon box right now, but then it's a 3DS game, it's recent. I was a newer person or like a different person that knows the value of keeping your items saved instead of throwing them away, right? So I was like, okay, now I have another mentality. I'm going to keep my gaming things. And then, of course, I did not throw it away. But as a kid, I was like, who cares about this box, right? Unfortunately, that's what happened probably. Rion has the boxes of his PS2, PS3, Wii, PC, and 3DS games that he got himself. That's a very good collection and variety of boxes and games in there. Can't say that PS2 is that old, like um, that probably you had like a kid mindset like I had when I had my GBA, but you started at a good moment. I would say like it's still very good for you to start saving your boxes from your PS2. You know, it's definitely earlier than me. That I can only say that I had my 3DS boxes. But I kind of wish you could have like boxes from previous consoles or older consoles than that. Yeah, like the N64 or SNS. For Victor's modern games, he still has his all of his boxes. I have never played Fortune Street, but I was mentioning the Runaway guys. They are always playing that. I'm guessing it's like a Monopoly or something. That's the impression I get from it. Is it like Monopoly? Also, Rian, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you a Dragon Quest fan or of some sorts? Because in case you are, and in case my memory is correct about this, I wonder if you have seen the news of Dragon Quest, which by the way, surprised me a lot, because like E3 is coming up in some days, but a lot of companies are already dropping their new games and new things before E3, like Dragon Quest and Square did. Also, Sonic. We got a bunch of Sonic news in the past days. We also got from something else too. What was the game? I'm also still surprised that Nintendo has been dropping lots of things about Mario Golf before E3. I understand they are going to release that game this month, so it's very soon, but if I were them, I would save those news to like E3. But yeah, we also got a bunch of information of Mario Golf. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting something, but yeah, we got lots of news of Sonic, Dragon Quest, Mario Golf, and maybe later I will remember what else. It's like a Nintendo Dragon Quest crossover Mario Party clone. You made me very curious to check that out now because it sounds like wild. A Nintendo Dragon Quest crossover Mario Party clone. So Rian has bought some 3DS or DS games secondhand with no box though. No, I did not buy a secondhand game. I mean, oh yes, I tried buying a secondhand DS game and guess what, Rian? It was fake. Yeah, the game was not 100% authentic. I'm talking about Pokemon Heart Gold. When I got to Goldenrod City and tried to play the game corner, it crashed my game. And then I was like Googling it, and it seems that it's a normal or common bug to happen or crash to happen in case your game is not original. So I had to talk to the guy that sold it to me and then, hey, I want my money back because this game is crashing at Goldenrod or at the game corner. And I don't know for real if the guy knew that. I do think he knew it was not original. But he made it sound like, oh, I didn't know it. Really? I'm so sorry. Do you want your money back? And then, yes, I got my money back. But yes, that was the only time I tried to buy a second-hand DS or 3DS game. All of the other ones I bought I bought them. Oh wait, never mind. I just remember another situation. My Mario and Luigi Dream Team. I bought it from a store. I bought it from like a bookstore. But once I opened the game, Can you believe the game had save files on it of like 60 hours plus? And the cartridge was a little bit dirty as well. And I have a theory for why that happened. I think it was because I ended up buying the cartridge that they used as the like test yourself when you're visiting the bookstore, you know those video games that they keep there for people to try themselves, the game or the video game. I think they sold me one of those. They probably had that cartridge in one of the 3DS or in one of the models of the bookstore, and then people played the heck out of it. And then after they were like, okay, let's change the games in here, or let's, I don't know, change the bookstore layout and let's get rid of the games we have in here. And then they sold that one to me. But the good news is that after I beat the game myself, I was able to sell that to another person. So I don't have my cartridge anymore. But yes, I thought that I was buying a new game from a bookstore that I thought that had like, I don't know, that I could trust. In the end, I bought a used game from them. Wait, I need to. Oh no, there we go. I could actually change the chatting here. I don't. I was 5, I think, when I got Pokemon Blue. Maybe 7 when you got Gold and or Crystal. Actually, Gold or Silver. You haven't had Crystal, Victor? I'm glad I managed to save a few of the N64 boxes from your childhood. Do you have the OOT box? And for some of the N64 games you have bought in recent years, like the last 10 or so, you got the boxes which are well taken care of for the most part. I'm assuming you also got the box for Perfect Dark then. All I can think is that people will be hyped and make impulse purchases for for what now? For that Mario Party 3 cartridge? Or do you mean for the pre-announced games like the Sonic Colors Ultimate, maybe the new Dragon Quest games? Subway is saying that Dying Light 2 is coming in December. I haven't heard of those news. Oh yes, I just remembered the other game that I was trying to remember. Horizon Zero Dawn, The Forbidden West. They also dropped a lot of content and even a moment of like a gameplay of it before E3, and I was like, holy shit, what is E3 now? Like, is it getting spoiled over this month? Yeah, there was like a lot of content regarding Horizon Zero Dawn, or actually it's Horizon the Forbidden West. I'm not sure exactly how it's called, but also they said that God of War Ragnarok is not happening this year anymore. So we already got our first like postponed game because they could not deliver it in time or not anymore. So yeah, the God of War game is now for 2022. Whereas if they wait until E3, they have to compete with everyone. I'm really thinking that we are going to be surprised on this E3, at least regarding Nintendo, because it's been hard for me to wonder what exactly will they have for their presentation. I'm a bit disappointed that they said that they're going to have a 40 minutes presentation only. I think that's too short. But at the same time, I think there will be some couple surprises. Maybe they won't be, I don't know, some fantastic games, but I'm expecting maybe some titles that I was never remembering or not even considering. And titles from the past, For example, there is that franchise that we haven't seen back in a long time. Let's finally resurrect it. And then maybe it's such a indie or like cult franchise that not many people know or not many people are big fans of. But I would be very happy if that happens with like a game that I'm not expecting at all, that was somewhat part of my life, if possible, of course. Like, I don't know, maybe let's resurrect. I just got an idea of like Chrono, but then that would be a big dream. Maybe that's not going to happen. But you know, those games that we kind of grew up with, playing them or not. I will give you an example. Flying Simulator, or actually Flight Simulator. Have I ever played Flight Simulator? I have not. But when they finally showed us and told us that there was going to be a new Flight Simulator, I was very happy. Because man, this game, I remember it being a game for like PC, and then I remember going to the shopping mall, and when I was walking by the stores of like PC games and parts, they used to have the box of Flight Simulator in the shelf, and I was like, oh, look at that game, is it good or something? You know, I'm expecting some sort of surprise like that. Maybe the only prediction I could say right now is that there are some rumors towards Donkey Kong games, so maybe we could see a new Donkey Kong game coming up soon. But yeah, I'm hoping for something like that. Oh, you know another one? Rayman. Actually, that's the news that would make me the happiest on this E3. If they finally give me a new Rayman, because for some years now, freaking Ubisoft has forgotten the existence of Rayman. It's been like probably more than 7 years, I would guess. It's been quite a while since we got Rayman Legends. Oh, by the way, Electro, I know, right? I haven't been able to really work on the game. But also, it's been 2 weeks out of stream, so I do kind of want to chat as well. But hopefully we can at least finish this first one today. But I will work and see if we can finish both of them tonight. Yeah, the cartridge I bought was fake, but I could get my money back, so it's good. But that said, I have never paid that much extra to get the boxes since it's the game that you really care about. Yeah, depending on the situation, I agree with you. For example, if the price is very good for you to get the game without the box, it's worth. It's the Pokemon Quartz version. Actually, that's the name of one of the Pokemon hacks for sure. You'd have to be kind of loaded to be such a collector. So you have bought a lot of secondhand games with saves that the previous owners didn't bother to delete. I mean, the issue is that when you know it's a secondhand game, then it's okay. Like, I know what I'm getting, right? The issue that I'm saying is that I had no idea. Like, this one, um, I don't want to say rewarded, but like, this one famous, popular, renommated, is that a word in English? I'm not sure, but this prestigious bookstore that I was like thinking they would not fail at me or like try to lie to me in any ways, they did not tell me that I was getting a second-hand game. I was like, okay, I'm buying Mario and Luigi Dream Team, new and good. Nope, that's not what I got. But I also decided to not really complain about it, so part of it is my fault. But yes, that happened to me. You still have a save of a Fire Emblem Birthright. A Fire Emblem Birthright which you got used. Speaking of fake games, as a kid back in like 2001, 2002, I got a Pokemon Black. I think that was what it was called. That had nothing to do with Pokemon. I had fake games too, but for my GBA. Yeah, I had a cartridge that had like compilation of 100 amazing GB and GBA games. And then they had like a bunch of Pokemon games, the original ones or like the real games, but also fake games. There was this one that was like a Smurfs. Do you guys remember the Smurfs? Yes, but have you ever considered playing the Smurfs as Pikachu? Because I played the GB game or the Game Boy game of the Smurfs as Pikachu because it was in there. I don't remember how it was called. I wish I could remember, but yep. I can relate to what you're saying there, Victor. Fake Pokemon games, they were there. It was a cheaply made game that was a bad Pokemon copy. Normally they were other games, like the Smurfs one that I'm saying. I never had Crystal, but your brother had it. Crystal was my favorite, yes, Rian. My favorite part of that game was... Oh my god, yes! Dude, I used to be like, I cannot forget to get the points of Buena's password before going to bed. Dude, yes, I was like crazy for Buena's password. No, I didn't get a box with Perfect Dark. Oh, look at that then. Um, wait, go back there. There was on they there was on for sale with box, but it costs twice as much. Okay, so it doesn't. It's not worthy. Yeah, it was definitely not worthy. Nintendo hasn't posted lots of interesting stuff. Today I heard that after their 40 minutes presentation, the treehouse will last 3 hours. I even thought it was short. So towards the time they're going to be there showing their new games and everything, I can say that I'm a bit disappointed. I was expecting a longer show, you know. There were days that they were like, it's the week of Nintendo, and then every day we were having three houses of a different game or something, like long three houses. No, this time they are going more um, shortly, but I'm still kind of hoping for some big surprises because I don't have ideas of what to really expect this time, you know. So when that happens, I can see surprises happening, which is good, even if we don't have a lot of time to see them. On their last Nintendo Direct, the people I follow really didn't like the games they proposed. I agree. Their last Direct was not that exciting. But it's E3 now, man. They gotta have something big going on. At the very least, the Smash character that they will definitely announce this time will be hype. At that very least. I usually do an inline twist out of the left heel so it goes into the flying configuration. The flying configuration? I can't really be bothered to keep up with what Nintendo is doing nowadays. I heard that they are opening a museum actually. Have you guys heard those news? They are opening a Nintendo museum in Japan that will tell the story of Nintendo since they were selling board games or like Hanafuda cards up to today. They do something that I'm the slightest bit interested in now, and I will hear about it from so many people that I have no reason to keep up with that stuff myself. You're right. You can hear a lot of things of Nintendo on social media, on here as well. We are always talking about it. You don't really need to be watching their directs and following up their stories. Yeah, I can understand. Ubisoft has been garbage for the last decade. Even though they have been garbage, I still kind of like them a little bit. You don't know if they will ever be able to come back. At the same time, I don't think they are at that bottom level, for example, like EA. But I can understand they have been disappointing people or they haven't been providing very high quality stuff, right? But I don't know, I still like them. At least I feel their passion for games, you know? Man, I would love a new Rayman. It is actually, I'm not gonna lie, it is actually the news that would make me the happiest on this E3. I mean, of course there are things that could make me happier, for example, Super Mario RPG Remastered, Chrono Trigger Chrono Cross HD ported, things like that. But as those things are not happening, Rayman, I still believe that could happen, then it could be my favorite announcement if we get it on E3. I mean, there are some crazy things I could also think of. For example, Persona 6. But at the same time, I don't think that's happening at all. So, being reasonable, Rayman is my best shot for like, it's been a while, Ubisoft could be working on it, and I don't think it's really dead. So, it could also be one of those rabbits game, like the Nintendo Mario vs. Rabbits game. I can see that being released as well, like the sequel, because the first one was it was very successful. But that's not really what I'm looking for, though. So I would be disappointed if that's what we get. At least they kicked out that stupid guy who was making all of the decisions. Are you talking about the guy behind Beyond Good and Evil 2? I believe that's the guy, isn't it? Someone also mentioned new Wii Sports for Switch. Electro, don't make me dream, man. Yes, I was watching a freaking Wii Sports Resort video this week of like I was getting super nostalgic of that game. And then the person had the same opinions I have about it. Like the freaking mini game of flying around Woohoo Island is the best mini game out of that game. Even though it's so simple, it's like so chill. Yes, I do hope for a new Wii Sports Resort or Switch Sports Resort. We need that. But you know what, Electro? They are releasing Mario Golf. So maybe this is not the moment they will be like having a somewhat chill sport game to compete against Mario Golf, you know? Yeah, but I would love that. Wii Sports Resort is a reason for me to like get a Switch someday. I freaking love the energy of that game. I had a few of those compilations cartridges too. Wait, you don't know the new Mario Golf, Electro? You haven't seen it? Actually, it's all out. They have an official website. We know all of the characters. We know all of the modes. We know their special attacks. The new Mario Golf is all out now. So the flying coaster starts with people on their back head first, so an inline twist makes it flying. Oh, I see. It's like one of those coasters that the chains they are kind of reversed. Then Paper Mario The Origami King is Nintendo's modern Mario RPG, but that game was not good in my opinion. So last year, a ton of guys resigned from Ubisoft for scandals. I think one of them is the guy behind Beyond Good and Evil because he was too aggressive towards his team, and then people were not having a good mental health working with him anymore. But honestly, Rion, I do not remember hearing about the other scandals in case there was something else than that, and that makes me sad now because I do like or I do care for Ubisoft, but hopefully for 2020 to 2030 Ubisoft can be better. Yeah, me too, because I do like them. Really, you guys were not aware of the new Mario Golf? I was actually very hyped for it. I'm even talking to the only friend I have that has a Switch in here that like, do you want me to help you to buy this game because I want to play this game when you have the chance. I have been getting a lot of interest for Golf lately, and I do like Mario Golf even though I'm bad at it. Oh, you heard about it? It's coming on June 20th. Yeah, June 25th. It's very close by. But then I was wondering, why is Nintendo not saving the news for it for E3? You were talking about the previous Direct, right, Rian? In the previous Direct, it was when they announced the Mario Golf. Yeah. You still haven't played more than like 8 hours of Breath of the Wild? Because of lack of time or because of another reason? And do you really believe we're getting the Switch Pro? I have my doubts now. Electro, give me the directions for what you were saying regarding flying coaster. You talked about twist, right? Do you mean something like this? Or no, I don't think this is what you meant, right? I usually do an inline twist, okay, out of the lift hill. Oh, okay, so you mean this actually. So it goes into the flying. Into the flying configuration. Lift hill, okay. Down 2, then the inline twist. But the inline twist asks me to have the straight building, right? Like this. So is this what you're saying? And then you do the main drop? Wait, this is what you're talking about? I like how it looks like a wave. But sure, I can keep it like this and then we see what else I can do out of it. So I'm talking about THT because of not owning a... Oh, you don't have a Switch? But you played on your brother's Switch. I see, I see. Have you liked it, the beginning of Breath of the Wild? A friend of mine was telling me that he loves the Horizon games, but I was telling him that I feel like I need to have experience with another titles before jumping into it, because so far it has potential for me to like a Horizon game, but I still can't see myself really playing it. And I told him the following. I believe that I would need to play first Zelda Breath of the Wild, but also Xenoblade. And then maybe after I play those two titles and then I enjoy playing them, I can feel ready to play Horizon Zero Dawn or a Horizon game. Okay, so this is the beginning of the flying coaster Electro was suggesting. I will keep it. And then let's see what can I do out of this. I will see if I start doing the turns or the banking turns or banked turns, right? And maybe I should go actually to the other side so we can mix the coasters more and then that adds more excitement to it. But I was talking about the Switch Pro. After knowing that the Nintendo's presentation will be 40 minutes long and that the Treehouse will be only 3 hours long, I don't know, I think it's not the time they are going to announce it. Are you guys feeling confident they would be announcing it? I used to be confident, but after hearing those news of how long is it going to last, don't you think it's so short for them to like give us games and the new Switch? Unless it's what Rion said earlier, like maybe they are not really having lots of great titles to announce. That's why the previous direct was kind of lame. And then they are going to really focus on this new Switch, but I don't know if that's what they are going to do now. It could be great, to be honest, because then uh, people that still don't have a Switch could start to think about getting one before a lot of time passes by and then, the Switch gets too old or something for you to be buying it. Oh, I can't go lower? I can only really turn. Okay, this didn't work. Can you go straight a little bit? But then it's not banked anymore. Okay, go straight and then you bank to the other side. Maybe now I can go under it. I just created the infinite symbol. Look at that. Dude, it's a perfect... At this angle, at this zoom, or this zoom out, it is perfect. I don't want to change a thing in there. I want to stop that coaster building right there. I don't care if it's going to crash. How can I continue after building a perfect infinite? It looks amazing. I don't want to change it. Screw this level now. I don't want to beat the objective. I just found infinite. What else matters after that? Man, it's connecting perfectly to the rest of the coaster. This is either the infinite or MC Escher's art, right? I forgot how it was called though, the painting he did once. That you can't tell if the person is walking on inside or on the outside of the picture or of the image. This is perfect. It'd still be there if you go right. Oh, wait, if you go straight? Okay, let me see. Yeah. Okay, let's continue it, right? But this is awesome. I just hope that when we check the excitement ratings, we don't need to change it. But now, I kind of did not do what I said I would be doing, which was mixing it up with the other coasters. So I kind of feel like returning to that side. No, go to right. But they are both at the same level. I need to go up again. I don't want to go up again. Unless I get there to where it's at 11, right? Maybe I can add some more twists in here. Wait, could I manage a half loop? Would it have enough speed for that? Wait, am I inside the infinite now? I think I am. Okay, I did mess a little bit with the infinite loop, but I kinda like this as well. So I'm going to keep it. And then that's the interaction that I was thinking right now. Because I don't want to make it to go higher, so I can only really interact with that side of it. Then I need to go back to the station. Oh, it's there though. Okay, I need to find a way. I mean, I will try it, but this is not going to be easy and it's probably going to fail. You want me to bank? Oh, I did not bank. Oh, now I can go up and down? Come on. I was trying to do this before. Yeah, but now I don't need to go up or down, right? By the way, Subaru, are you still there? I have a Resident Evil Village question to you. Because yesterday I was watching Draco playing Resident Evil 8 Village, and he was doing or dealing with the most horrifying part of the game, but thankfully, because I was already aware of it, I only heard his reaction, and I covered the screen of my phone to not look at that freaking beast again. And I was also checking the chat reaction to it too. So I was like safe to not remember the looks of that freaking horrifying creature. But I was thinking something, or I was thinking on something about that creature. That it was the following. Oh, by the way, hopefully I'm not spoiling Resident Evil 8 in here. I will try to be vague, but at the same time, if you don't want to know anything about it, then be careful. So, after you finish that chapter, you recover or you get your weapons back, right? But I still haven't seen somebody returning to that house and exploring it again. And I was wondering, now that you have your weapons back, could you do something with the supposed monsters that could be still in there? Especially the most horrifying one that's in the underground? I was really curious to know if, I don't know, people could go back there and finally fight it. But then Draco had a guess on that, and then he told me that, in his opinion, that monster disappeared after you cleared the level. Which could make a lot of sense. But do you know something about that, server? Do you know if somebody has ever returned there to check if that thing was still in there? And if you could really use the weapons against it? I'm guessing it's not going to happen. But honestly, I would love if that happened, because that would be such a nice reward for people that are side questing and testing things in the game. Oh, really? Saber is saying that he thinks that the elevator doesn't work anymore. I see, so they took care for you to not really return to it and use your weapons against it. Man, that's so sad though. I was also thinking about that too, that maybe that monster doesn't really exist, right? I wasn't sure, and there are ways for you to think that it could be real. For example, when you were watching that movie, when you were solving the puzzles, when you're watching that movie, you kind of see the well where that monster was kept in, don't you think? So, I don't know, there are things in that underground that could point for it to be real, and could also point for it to not be real. Remember on the track, the guests are on their backs looking up at the sky. And that's because you were saying that you want me to change this, right? Wait. Never mind, you were saying that because after you use one of those inline twists, it kind of flips the direction of everything? Holy shit, I never thought about that. So Electro, I understand what you're saying now because I didn't think about it before. But does it really does it going to is it going to really change things up in here? Like, do you think that if they were either looking at the sky or not, is it really going to change the model that I'm going for right now? It's going to change their probably reaction to my coaster, but I think the model is still okay, don't you think? Subaru, I have only watched the BRKS Edu, or BRKS Edu in Portuguese, playthrough. I'm now watching the Guios playthrough as well, Guilherme Oz, on YouTube. And then yesterday I saw Draco playing it, so I'm now also going to check on Draco's streams of this game. So I can say that I have been watching 3 playthroughs so far. But after seeing that monster for the first time, I have been avoiding to look at it again, so every time somebody is dealing with it, I'm covering my eyes, I'm only listening to the reaction. So I can't be sure if they are testing new things out. I mean, I could be sure because I would hear them doing it, right? But I still haven't seen somebody really doing it. But there was one difference that I didn't notice at first, which was the following. In both BRKS do playthrough, and also Gios, I think so. Although I'm not sure about his playthrough because I was not looking at it, but I would guess he did the same. But then yesterday, I noticed that Draco did something different. I learned that there are different hideouts for you to avoid the creature. Edu, for example, he hid himself under the bed. And then I assumed that was the only way for you to keep yourself safe, especially because that situation seemed to be very dangerous and then you had no many solutions to solve it. But then yesterday Draco found another hideout. He was inside the closet. So yes, I noticed a little bit of differences, but regarding that thing I asked you, I still haven't seen anybody trying it. It was just an idea that I thought myself. It's just for the looks, okay, so there we go. Yeah, maybe they will. Maybe they will return to the station like upside down and then the station will automatically turn them back. We'll need to see how that works. If you have space, you should make the track to go up straight and do a... Oh, one of those pretzel loops? You need to teach me how to do them again though. He did. Aren't you talking about the gardener that um, wrote somewhere, like on a piece of a paper or on his diary, that Donna visited him and then she told him to like start harvesting yellow flowers, and then once he did that he started to have hallucinations of seeing his dead family. It's about the hallucinations, isn't it? And then Donna was super happy that he had those hallucinations, that she invited him to visit her mansion, and then he could see his family in there again. I believe that's what you're talking about. And then this whole situation of that monster being all creation of their minds and the drugs, right? Yes, that's why I was also thinking that there are reasons why for if there are enough reasons for you to believe it's not real and reasons for you to imagine it's real. But was there something more clear that kind of proved that the monster was not real that I skipped or I don't remember? But that's what I know, that there is something about the yellow flowers that can make people to hallucinate and see dead people or like see people that are not really there. Okay, so that's the one, right? It's the one about Donna Beneviento and the flowers. Yeah, but to me, that's not really a proof that the monster was not real. But then now that you're saying that the elevator didn't work, what if the elevator has never worked? But somehow you create a hallucination that you could go downstairs and have that whole deal. Actually, you know what? That's true, right? It was all a hallucination because when you were solving the puzzles downstairs, there was even that music box that it's about like their marriage, and he even asked himself like, what is this doing in here, you know? That's true. Okay, now I do think it is a hallucination. I was not really sure of it, but now it makes a lot of sense to me. So it's also mentioned in the book that Chris finds in the laboratory that whoever breathes the pollen of those flowers, they hallucinate. Yeah. Yeah, but now it makes sense because when Ethan was exploring the mansion, he did find objects in there that were very odd to be there. Not to mention the mannequin, right? The doll, or the model of a person that looked like his wife. That was like, what is this doing here, you know? But especially the music box and the pictures. Electro, do you think that if I create a somewhat very long and also somewhat boring straight line coaster, or like if this section is too straight lined, could that be too bad? Because I just wanna scramble this coaster with the others, but not really go for downhills or loops or things like that, you know? I just wanna find a way to mix it up with the rest in here, if it's any possible. I should still go down a little bit, but it's not going to be too much. But then because it's not having a lot of action, it could be bad, don't you think? Oh, straight sections are fine? I don't think it is quite fast, because it, at least I'm imagining, it got some good speed out of this craziness. So I'm imagining this is going to be fast. Silver is now saying that those objects could really be with him, because they were with him and Rose. But why would he be carrying the music box? Like, what? Unless, I mean, it's not impossible. For example, oh no, that could be a spoiler of the game. There are reasons why things from their houses... Wait, things from his house, there we go. There are reasons why things from his house should be there. That could be a lot of work though, but I can see it happening. But because you said that the elevator was broken, that raises a suspicion to me that, man, this elevator has never ever worked. So gentle hills along straight sections work too? Yes, I think I will just give it a gentle hill because I'm close to the ground level, or to the floor. And then I will try to put it like under those coasters. Like this. I can't even go there. Let's go straight a little bit more. Really? Oh, there we go, finally. But then I'm already stuck. Okay, going there won't work, so let's... This one is okay if it's not banked, don't you think? Or should I even bank this one? You know what? I'm going to bank it. Maybe now I can go under that? No, I can't because it's at level 11, right? Yeah. What about going next to the station? I could! Okay, oh no, I couldn't leave it though. Man, this would be very great though. Yeah, I think that it was not Chris that took those objects from his house to that other house, you know? But then I can't really say who I think that did it, because that could be a huge spoiler for Resident Evil 8. But I can see somebody bringing those objects there. I just think that it's too much, you know? It's like too much work and it's too stretched out. OpenRCT2 has a feature called Cutaway View that would make this much easier. So it even has new cameras or angles. Not exactly the elevator from the the mural, right? The mural area also stops working, which blocks the player to avoid to go back to get a treasure or fish that he skipped or missed when first being there. Yes, I heard that there are some missable items in the game. Yeah, in some areas the game can block you out of a motive or without a motive. But that could be a very good interesting video, like, or a very good theory video, if that monster was real or not. And now I'm kinda sad that you can't really go back there and do something about it, you know? It would be so great to have like a fight against the most horrifying creature ever found in a Resident Evil game. As you can't do anything when you meet the monster. But then this is going to be too long, don't you think? It is going to punish me for sure. And I'll need to go up again because of the path, unless I go underground. Maybe I need to, or maybe I should go underground. Let's go underground. Oh, there is a path in there? Now I'm thinking that this coaster is taking too long. And then one lesson that Subaru told me last time was that coasters don't need to be that long for you to get the excitement rating you want. Yep. And then that was actually the initial idea for why I did this purple coaster so convoluted. Which by the way looked great in the end, but Electro thinks this is okay though. I will keep on going, but maybe I'm really pushing this too far, you know? Maybe I should come up with something more simple and then that's it, we did it. More hills up and down would help. Now I'm planning to go straight to the... Oh, I almost dropped my water bottle. I'm thinking on going straight to the station. Subaru thinks that if you use a hack on Resident Evil you can go back to that area. I hope so. I'm very curious to know what happens in there, even though I would not be looking at the screen anymore, but I'm curious to see if something still lurks in there. I don't know if you can fight that monster in the mercenaries. How is this mercenaries mode? I'm not sure. Yeah, I was thinking on getting to this area and then connecting again to the rest of the coaster. But some uphills I can give it like this maybe? Oh no, the footpath is in there again? But my idea was this one. Oh no, wait, maybe this is okay? Yeah, this is okay. Okay. Oh, there is a final... Oh my god. This is what's going to destroy me. There is a final uphill right here. I don't think I will have the speed for that. But you know what? I'm going to see what happens. Or should I not? The mercenary mode is a minigame. You keep on killing the enemies and scoring points before the time's up. You have some abilities that you can win during the fight, so you can like use it on your benefit. And then you can pick which weapon you wanna use by buying it from Duke. Do it? You want me to do it? Man, it is not going to finish. Do you think it is? I don't think so, but sure. Oh, by the way, no, not 2 trains or 3 trains or no, single train. Okay, let's see how this looks like at least. Maybe it surprises us. At least it starts very close to the white coaster, so I think that's going to help us out regarding excitement. This infinite crazy loop is fantastic looking. It is a big pretzel in the end, don't you think, Electro? It's like a four-edged pretzel. Man, it does look great. Although it got to very high speeds. And that's it, in the end it's just a comfy ride, I guess? Not too comfy though, because we're still fast. Never mind, maybe we'll have the speed to go above that hill? We do have the speed to go above that. Yeah, there we go. We were actually faster than what I thought. So, first try? Who thinks it's a first try? I won't be giving the poll today. You know what? Maybe? I did think it kept a good speed throughout the coaster. And even though it had those long sections, it was not too bad because it was still fast. Maybe I got it again. Okay, it is a little bit intense and a little bit nauseous. I know exactly where though. It's at the end of it that it goes very high and then, or high speed, right? And then I also didn't bank every turn in the end. I can make those changes. This is a good first try, I think. Oh, the mercenary mode is a classic minigame since Resident Evil 2. Yeah, there are a couple unbanked turns, yes. There is also one in the underground. It does look promising. The limit when it affects intensity is like 2.8 G. Yeah, it got you 4.5, it's not too bad. Okay, let's make that fix then. Do you think I should also fix the one in the underground? I'm pretty sure I used unbanked turns in the underground. And that's actually why I thought this failed, because we had a very high speed underground. Which one are you talking about? This one maybe? Is it this one? Because after that, we already have the banked turns, like there. Oh wait, maybe not this one. Or this one. Okay, yeah, maybe we're talking about... But this is going to be... Yeah, I can't finish it like this. Unless I... what about this now? Okay, let's go underground. But I also changed this. Do you think this was a good change? Um, this one is banked, isn't it? Hey, German, how are you, man? German, I was remembering you one of these days. Or like this week. Because I was remembering that challenge you had in your channel of playing Subnautica if you could get the goal. And then you could face your fear of like deep waters. I was watching streams of like Resident Evil, and there is a section that deals with like a monster in the water, and then some people were talking about that, like, oh my god, I'm scared to see what's underwater and everything. And then people started talking about that fear, and I was like, I had a friend that was brave enough to play Subnautica, And then the other person was like, I wish I could be playing Subnautica, but I'm still scared to try it because I think it's going to scare me a lot and everything. And then I told that person that like, oh, my friend German, although I didn't say your name, but I was thinking on you. He told me that he was like scared for just the first hours, and then after that he was enjoying the game pretty much a lot. So I was thinking on you these days. But how are you, man? I hope you have been great. Those have plenty of space to work with. Yes, I think I'm now getting all of the underground banked turns right? I was assuming that when we reach the underground we would not be this crazy fast, but as we are, now I'm changing it a lot. We are banking everything. They even mentioned the name of the fear. It was something like... It was a hard name, I won't remember it anymore, but it was something like Tassolophobia. It was something like that, wasn't it? Because the person, that's how it started. The person was mentioning the name of the phobia. It was Tasso something, Tassophobia. And then... Yeah, that's the one, yeah, Thalassophobia, there we go. And then I was like, is that the fear of like deep waters? Because I know a friend that has that fear. And then that's how the talk started. It was really scary at first, but then you got over it. Yes, I told them that you got kinda used to it. And then you beat it eventually. Are you going to play the sequel? I hope you do play the sequel. And actually, a couple days ago you beat the second. You actually already did it. You were ahead of time. You beat the second Subnautica game, and what did you think? Did you think that it was not too scary anymore, or was it like a better game even than the first? Because actually, thanks to your playthrough of the first game, you made me curious to check that game myself at some point, especially because Epic Games gave it away, so I already have it. But I didn't know that the game was that interesting, especially regarding the exploration, which is something that I love in video games, but also regarding the plot of it, like, as you need to investigate and explore to see like grasps of story, to understand what the heck is going on in the big picture, it made me curious to play that as well at some point. And hey, chill mode, how are you, man? But then the second game was not scary at all, actually, huh? Both games were amazing. I have another question to you, though. Would you say that the first game was scary because of your fear? Or would you think that for most people it would still be scary? Like, was it scary for you in particular only, but maybe not to other people? Or do you think it was scary enough to be scary for everybody? This park is looking big, it is big, man. And it's been like 10 freaking hours we have been playing this level because it's year 10. And it's been this long because I need to finish 5 coasters. And I'm working on coaster number 4 right now. This purple coaster was the last one we did. Then we worked on these yellow and red coasters, or darker red coasters. And after I'm done with the light or brighter red coaster, I will need to finish this white coaster as well. But in order for me to have the money to work on them, I gotta also have the rest of the park working on, even though now I'm getting a lot of trouble regarding them. But my money is good. But yes, look at the rest of the park. Let me show it well to you. We have this beautiful plaza in the middle of an oasis with jet skis. And a lost handyman as well. And then we have the towers, some Egyptian decoration too. You can even go underground from there into the catacombs. And who knows what lurks after that tunnel. I forgot about this coaster here, by the way. It's so like isolated from everything that I totally forgot about it. Yeah, and then in the beginning we have all of the gentle rides and some thrill rides right here. We had a very messy food court or food plaza by the entrance. Now it's a bit better because I removed some paths as people were getting lost. And then we have some other coasters here too. But the ones that really matter to us are the ones in the center that I'm working on because it's my objective. We gotta build 5 coasters or complete 5 coasters that were partially initially partially is that correct? No, that's not. Partially built in the beginning. There we go. And they gotta have 7 of excitement rating. And now I think with my changes on this red coaster right here, the infinite coaster, by the way, we were able to create an infinite symbol right there. Look at that. I think we'll be able to get it too. To be honest, chill mode, I have always dreamed to go in one of those log flums or splashing rides. Even though I'm not a big person regarding excite, ex, exciting rides like coasters, I'm scared of coasters. And log flums can be exciting as well. I do want to give it a shot someday because I do want to feel that crazy splash, you know, after you fall from it. That's one ride that I need to find a way to try someday. Let me catch up with the chat, but I see that Germany is also talking about RollerCoaster Tycoon. Give me a second, I'm changing the cursor from the game to the chat so I can scroll back. Oh, by the way, German, have you seen the freebies or the free games we have been getting this month? Because I think you'd love that game that is free on Steam and on Xbox as well. Tell me why. That looks a lot like Life is Strange. Be sure to get it. All of the 3 chapters are for free. Yeah, man, I know we are dealing with some computer problems, pilots, but don't worry, we have everything under control more than last weekend. And by the way, I love that song, which is from Banjo-Tooie, Grunty's Industry, which is another game that I hope I will be playing at some point. My English is not so freaking good. I'm here struggling a little bit because I was.
Thinking is the key to success.
Man, I'm so happy these stickers are now working without destroying my computer like last time. There we go. And Pilot, you were the first one to try the Professor Layton one. There we go. But don't worry, I'll be changing them because I think that some of them are not very good sized. So I will try to stretch them a little bit more. I can't also make them very large, but... We are not daddy here! Save that one for when we have a coaster crash. You can try them all, go for it, man. Try the Sleepy Link one. I love the Sleepy Link one. That's the Riot one with the Sonic 2 song. That's the puzzle one, and I need to try to make that image larger because you can't see the details of it. So don't worry, I'll changing them soon. Let's see. That's the Ninja Link, which, by the way, music from Sonic Colors, the game that we're getting remastered on Switch now. It's Aquarium Park. I love that level, I love that game, I love that song. I'm now waiting for Pilot to test them all. I'm waiting for the... Oh, that's the Jester, right? Jester Link for the lucky moments with the Pokemon Gold Silver Crystal song. The Game Corner, we were mentioning it earlier.
I'm tired.
Yeah, that's the one I was hoping for you to request. Twitch, please do not copyright me. I'm only using 5 seconds of that song. my computer is not crashing. I'm so happy now. There we go. We can keep these stickers. I I mean, okay, that one lagged a little bit because I was jinxing myself, but it's working better than what I was expecting. So we are good in here. No, no DMSCA coming. Please don't. Actually, I think we are safe because we use that is we used that sticker last stream, and that video went to YouTube already, and no copyrights were hurt, so I think we're good now. Yeah, this one has the Rayman song. We were also talking about how much I want a new Rayman game on E3 to be announced. Yeah, it's from the food level or food world from Rayman. Which, by the way, go play the Rayman platformer games because they are fantastic. That one was from Rayman Origins. There we go. Did you went through all of the 12 of them? There were so many that I'm still thinking you probably skipped one, but there we go, man. Okay, now let me go back on the chat. Okay, so Germany is saying that probably he felt very scared at first because of his phobia. So maybe for other people, the first game could not be that scary, right? But it does have some stressful moments when you're dealing with the big monsters in the water. But I think most people wouldn't really have a problem with it. Maybe I would have some problem with it because I did have fear from some big fish or like big monsters in the water. I also just mentioned Banjo-Tooie. One of the Banjo-Tooie bosses, for example, I had a hard time fighting him. But today, actually, his level is my favorite water level in any video games. I'm talking about Holly Rogers Lagoon. That water level is amazing. Um, just to name another favorite water levels of mine, the one from Rayman Origins as well, the Sea of Siren. That's a word that I never try to say. Serendipity? Is it any close to that in English? Serendipity. That's how I would pronounce it. Maybe I'm wrong on something on it, but serendipity. And Aquarium Park from one of the songs of the stickers in Sonic Colors, but also the one from Sonic 3, Hydrocity City. Yeah, Hydrocity City, those are some of my favorite water levels in video games. But my favorite is the one in Banjo-Tooie, Holly Rogers Lagoon. And then Germany is saying that he really wants to play RollerCoaster Tycoon now. Dude, you do have the game, don't you? You don't think you have ever played the first one? But you played a lot of the two, or of the second one. The second one is so hard. I'm actually very worried if I will be able to beat any objectives of it. I couldn't as a kid. But I do hope you can play them, man. It's such a chill game. It's eternal. It's like not aging at all. It's always charming. But if you do want to try something more recent, I would recommend you checking on Parkitect. I don't know if you have heard of it before, but it's like the spiritual successor of this game and the sequel, like RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. After I'm done with the RollerCoaster Tycoon games, I'm definitely jumping into Parkitect and hopefully someday into Planet Coaster as well. What is the park name? It's the Dusty Desert. Yeah, Dusty Desert. I'm playing the normal mode where I join the levels to beat their objectives. It is like a campaign mode, yes. Or is it just like scenarios for each theme park? I can actually show you. I think it's a campaign mode. Let me just save, by the way. We should save the game, right? Oh, it's like Serendip... Wait. Serendipity? Serendipity? Is that better? That's hard to say. Serendipity. Oh, there we go. I'm going to write it down. I would never guess that's how it's stressed. Serendipity. But yes, that level is so fantastic. It has one of the best musics ever as well. Let me rush on the chat because I need to catch up with things. Oh yeah, let me show German what I'm doing actually. Just to be sure that I saved. There we go. A new game. So when you're going to pick the levels, German, each level will have an objective. So I'm like starting a level, checking the objective, and playing it until I beat the objective. So I believe it is the campaign mode, right? And then I went through all of the original RollerCoaster Tycoon levels, then the first expansion levels as well. And now I'm playing for my first time ever because I used to not have this game or this expansion pack. Yeah, I'm going through the second expansion pack levels. We still have a lot actually. And then we'll have the Rio-themed park levels. And the dream of my childhood, Mega Park. I always wanted to see how it looks like. I still haven't spoiled myself on that, even though I may have an idea of like being super large park and then it has all of the rides, hopefully. The dream of my childhood is like opening this level right there. But I'm saving that for after I beat all of the objectives, and then that's going to be the last level we play on this playthrough. But yeah, let me go back to the Dusty Desert. You guys know that in the past, video game news were all in the magazines, right? And I still remember freaking reading in that magazine like, if you are able to beat all of the levels of RollerCoaster Tycoon, you unlock the Mega Park level. And I'm like, holy shit! And then I'm dreaming since that magazine told me there is a Mega Park level in here. And then surprisingly, this deluxe edition kinda has it already unlocked for you, because in the original, like if I were not playing this Steam version, Mega Park was not at all unlocked to you. Do you think that as a kid, I would not want to see how Mega Park looked like before? Huh. No, I was like, I'm going to beat every objective so I can unlock Mega Park and then see how it looks like. But then could I do it? No, because every time after, I don't know, a year or so, my computer had a problem and then it crashed and I lost all of my progress. And fun fact, we did lose our progression on this game on the stream as well, because I was uninstalling Riven, and then Riven was like under the name of RollerCoaster Tycoon. Actually, never mind, it was above the name. And then I misclicked, and then I accidentally uninstalled this game with my progress. But everything was alright because the save files were still there. It did not erase my save files, so I still have every park I worked on. But it did erase my progression on the menu. Like the menu I just showed German. Every objective was cleared. But thank goodness today I don't live in the world of magazines for games. I live in the world of internet for games. And then I was like, Google, help me out. I just deleted every objective of RollerCoaster Tycoon. What should I do? And then I found websites that have like glorious save files for you to load, that they are like 1 second for beating the objective, and then you just load it and then objective clear. And then you load the other one, objective clear. And then I could get back to where I stopped on this playthrough. So unfortunately for the first levels that we can see on the menu, we don't have my, let's say, company values anymore, because when you clear the objective, they register in there your company value, like this information right here. So for the first levels, it's like the save files I loaded from somebody else. Although if you go back to the VODs and to the YouTube videos and everything, you can see how was my score. But yeah, surprisingly, there is this karma on me that it's been haunting me for ages. That my progression on this game will be lost at some point, but this time I could recover it. Okay, so now after that story, let's go back in here. My English is so freaking good. I have my days, but in general, I'm very satisfied with it as well. But you gotta see how it used to be, man. If you see, like, 2 years ago, how my English used to be, like, if you could see my English level when Pilot showed up on this channel, dude, it was like another thing. It's another person talking to you, for sure. It is definitely a matter of using it and practicing it, and then staying alert for the lessons people tell you, and then keep on studying sometimes, like getting tips on how to pronounce words and stuff, and especially not really worrying too much about how's your English. I mean, of course you should worry to be able to communicate. So you worry a little bit to communicate, because if there is no communication, then you are not saying anything. But like, sometimes people can't really become more fluent because they are so over worried of what they are saying that nothing comes out of their mouth, because they are only thinking. And actually, that's me in German. When I'm trying to speak in German, I can't, because I'm still like, am I saying this right, or am I using the right grammar rule that if I don't use it, then I'm going to not say something logical? Yeah, German is still like confusing on my brain because I can't really uh, feel comfortable when I'm using the grammar rules of German, but also the articles. The articles is the worst in my opinion regarding speaking in German. But in English, yes, in English, I was like, let's just try to communicate, and then with time I correct this and that, and then that's it. I kind of gave up on worrying too much, or like feeling uncomfortable or scared of something. No, whatever, it's just about communicating. And then with time it does improve, like it gets better, and then you were like, man, how did it happen? And then it's just because you kept on pronouncing it, or you kept on speaking it. But speaking on when Pilot got to this channel, I have a doubt. Because my oldest memory of piloting here is when we were playing that fantastic PlayStation 1 game called Ship Raider. And it was like a platformer with puzzle from the Looney Tunes. That game was surprisingly amazing, it was super fun. But I doubt that Pilot got to my channel because of that game. But he was in here helping me out to clear those puzzles. Was it because of Final Fantasy VI, Pilot? Or was it because of Chrono Trigger? It was either one of those two, right? But then I can't remember anymore. Probably Chrono Trigger, if I had to guess. Man, I'm so behind the chat. But yes, German, I do hope you play this game again. And try playing the first one. The first one is way more easy for you to clear the objectives. If you were playing the second one trying to clear the objectives, and if you could clear the objective of any level, man, I respect you a lot, because I could never beat any of those levels. Although I played the sandbox of it the most, because you could create pretty much anything, so I used to have fun playing the sandbox. And then Pilot was trying the stickers. Thank goodness I don't need to delete these stickers thanks to my computer being slow. It's not its problem. I work with a lot of people who know English as a second or third language. I'm serious, yours is great. But German, I think it's because I'm speaking it like a lot, don't you think? I mean, probably those people you are working on with, are working with, right? Those people that you are working with, they will need to speak in English a lot too, so maybe it's a matter of immersion and like the time they have been in touch with the language. Because, for example, I knew English for a long time. Since as a kid, I was already kind of studying or learning English because of the games I was playing, directly or indirectly. But then speaking or pronouncing the words was what I was not really working on. So I knew English for a long time, but I was not like speaking it. So maybe those people you are working with, they are now newcomers to English in general. Like they are not only learning how to speak in English, but also the grammar, also the vocabulary. No, I had that before, and then now I'm just trying to speak it more, you know. So maybe that's why I also may have had an easier time doing it. But it's very relative. Like people will have their time to, I don't know, learn things and to improve their skills. It depends, right? Did you like those stickers to mode? There we go, man. I will try to make them a little bit better though. Pilot still needs to order dinner. Are you going for Domino's or is it anything different? I played one of the Rayman game a long time ago on a Game Boy. I never played the Game Boy ones though. But as you were excited for Rayman, I think you liked the Game Boy game? Oh yeah, the other stickers they cost bits, but in case somebody decided to use those bit ones, the bit stickers, there are two goals in there that are the golden link and the Geno emote, right, or the Geno sticker. Because it seems that in order for us to get more slots for the stickers that the subs can use, those slots can only be opened if the bit stickers can be used as well, you know. So in case with time those bit stickers can be used, we could also get more slots for these sub stickers that I can keep them for free for the subs. That other phobia is called bathphobia, the fear of deaths. I see. So yeah, it has a difference, right? Oh, you have RCT3 on Epic? Yeah, I got it on Epic too. Yeah, it was the RCT3 Deluxe edition. Yeah, I actually played it. I started playing RCT3 when I was younger. I liked it, but I always thought that the AI of that game was dumb. Sometimes you build an amazing ride, and then unfortunately the guests ignored it, you know? So because of that, it was super hard for me to really beat the objectives. I could beat some levels. I kind of got past the half of the levels beaten, but I had to replay those levels lots of times because of how hard it was for me to deal with the AI of that game. So it is a hard game because of that. It's actually my only problem with that game. I do love the graphics. I kinda still think it is as charming as these older games. I mean, maybe these older games are a bit more charming, but I don't think it is as bad as some people imagine it. Like, oh my god, it's now 3D, so it looks so different and then it's so bad. No, when I was playing it, I actually could see the evolution, you know, like, okay, it's now 3D, but it is still quite charming to me in some ways. And I did like the graphics, I did like the new rides or the new mechanics they came up with. It's just the AI. The guests are so annoying to deal with. Fun fact, you sold... Wait, did you say you sold? You sold 9 of your old PS1 games today? That's funny, you were selling games while Victor got Perfect Dark. For nearly for nearly 500 bucks? Who knew holding on to games for so long could be so profitable? That is true, man. That's very true. Um, which games did you keep though? The ones that you couldn't think on selling, or did you end up selling like your whole collection? I don't think so because you said 9 games, right? But maybe you are still selling the other games you had, and you could only sell 9 for now. It feels very nostalgic. Have you played this game before, Chill Mode? Watch Mega Park be really small with just one roller coaster that takes up the whole map. It's what they say, right? What matters is the journey. So I wouldn't be too frustrated, to be honest, especially because the Mega Park level that I'm imagining is going to be the Mega Park level from the first game. I can be wrong on what I'm going to say, but if I'm not mistaken, the Mega Park exists since the first game, like the classic game, without the expansion packs. So if you think about that, the Mega Park will be somewhat limited on the rules or rides and things of the first game, the classic game. So it, for example, won't have some cool coasters I have on this one level right here, some decorations as well. So yes, I can be open to some disappointment with the Mega Park when the day comes, but it's the journey. It's like I always dreamed and told myself to like I'm gonna do it. I tried more than once to play through all of those levels as a kid and then get there, but then my computer always crashed at some point. So it's the journey, and I'm going to kind of tap on the shoulder of my old me, wherever he is right now, like in the time loop. Old me, I accomplished the mission. I did it for you, you know, because I could be doing something else with my life today, but I'm here doing it for you, and you are me. So yeah, it's going to be for my old me because it's a promise from long ago. Okay, so back to the chat. But great job on selling those games, Pilot. I just hope that you don't regret your decision and then you don't kind of look for them later. Although today you can emulate them, right?